Hare Krishna, Namaste. There was a question related to the chapter 15, verse 15, part 13. The question is, you gave an example of Indra being dead. Just out of curiosity, so this Prithvi is called Mrityu Loka because anytime the living entities can die. There is no fixed lifespan for the living entities here in this Prithvi. I mean, the living entities cannot decide their lifespan here in this earth. But Indra Loka or Brahma Loka is not known as Mrityu Loka because although Devatas die, still they have fixed lifespan. For example, Lord Brahma will surely live for 100 years. So when demons attack the demigods, Devatas, why do they become afraid of their death when they know that they will surely live for a certain time? Another beautiful question. We'll try to give some basic background and try to address this question in different angles. Our Loka, where we are, is known as Bhu Loka. This Bhu Loka is a very special place. Though people who are mostly not having happy life here, they curse this place, but it has its speciality. It's a special place within this entire universe when compared to other planetary system. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, or Bhur, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, or even Satyaloka. This Bhuloka is very special. It's special because this is the place where one can earn karma and spend the earned karma either in this Bhuloka or in other planets. This place is also well known as Karma Bhumi for that reason. Whoever lives in other planets, the other 13 planets within this universe, must have earned their karma first here in this Bhuloka. As the result, they have obtained the other higher planets or lower planets based on their earned karma. Another beautiful point to note about our place, this Bhuloka, is the Lord appears, takes avatar only in this Bhuloka. We never seen or heard that he took avatar in Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, or any other lokas. And this Bhuloka is the place where one can practice karma jnana bhakti and attain moksha, liberation. Therefore, this place is not a bad place as people usually generally say. This is the place, or this is a springboard where people can jump and go to the spiritual world if they make use of their time properly over here in this world. This place is also well known as Mrityu Loka, the planet of people who goes through the cycle of Samsara, that is birth, old age, disease and death. As it is correctly mentioned in the question, this place, there is no fixed lifespan, or at least we don't know what is our lifespan, unlike the living entities in the higher planetary system. It varies person to person as per one's karma. Even a child can die, or a man with good health, with proper diet, with all exercises that's needed can die abruptly. And what to speak about old man? He can die anytime. So the death is unavoidable in this universe, and it is not restricted only to Bhuloka. It is in all planetary system. Over here, it is unpredictable. Over there, it is predictable. because the lifespan over there, say in Swargaloka, is fixed. They live for certain given celestial years. That is due to their acquired karma. Say I buy a ticket to watch a show. That ticket is fully valid for me for that day within a certain time frame. I cannot go to the show before the start time, or I cannot stay after the end time. But I can be there during that time duration and enjoy for the money that I have paid to watch the show. This is the same case for all of us, and especially to Indra. Due to his pious deeds, Punya Karma, he has got a balcony ticket, a special one, where he can live for a longer period with less of pain, more of pleasure. But once the validity of his karma expires, the ticket expires, he again must come down to this Bhuloka to earn good karma to go back to his position. That is why this place where we are is called as Karma Bhumi. Therefore, birth and death is common everywhere. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter, 16th sloka. Brahma bhuvana lokaha punaravartino Arjuna. From the highest planet in the material world, that is Brahma Loka, down to the lowest, that is Pathala Loka, all are places of misery wherein repeated birth and death takes place. So, to the first half of the question, yes, the lifespan for us is not known to us, but there are great yogis who knows, and if they desire, they can extend their lifespan through their yogic practices. But in common, we don't know our lifespan. Whereas Indra's time scale varies from ours. Our 1 year is equal to 1 day for Brahma. Like that, he lives for fixed 100 years. Now comes the main question. If Indra knows that he has fixed duration of 100 celestial years, which is much way longer compared to us, then when demons, asuras attack them, why do they become afraid of death when they know that they will surely live for a fixed period? I like to answer this in two different ways. First one is very simple. Indra is not afraid of his death, but he is certainly very much afraid of his position, losing his kingdom, which makes him fight to protect his possessions. That is the first answer. That is, out of fear of loss of his wealth, he fights. Second way of seeing this is quite different and interesting. I like to take an example. Say you went to an astrologer and he said that you will live for 200 years. It is guaranteed as per your birth chart, and you have faith in the astrologer and you have faith in astrology. Now that you have learned that you're going to live for 200 years, now you fall sick. Will you not take medicine? Will you not go to doctor? Will you not get vaccinated for COVID? Or will you be ready to jump off the Willis Tower? I hope and pray not. But the question to you is, why? Why are you afraid? You have been guaranteed that you're going to live for 200 years. Then why don't you just jump off the building or dive into the ocean? The answer is very simple. Fear, bhaya. The fear of death is always there in all of us. We may not speak about it, but it is always there on a subtle level. fear of death, and fear of many things. We mostly lead our life in a fearful situation. It is said in Vairagya Shatakam, Bhoge roga bhayam kule chuti bhayam vitte nripalat bhayam mane dhainya bhayam bale ripu bhayam rupe jaraya bhayam Shastre vadi bhayam kune kala bhayam kaye kritantat bhayam Sarvam vastu bhayan vitam bhuvi nirnam vairagyameva bhayam. In enjoyment, there is fear of disease. In family reputation, there is fear of falling. In wealth, there is fear of losing. In prestige, there is fear of humiliation. In power, there is fear of enemy. In beauty, there is fear of old age. In knowledge, there is a fear of learned opponent. In virtue, there is fear of wicked. In body, there is fear of death. For human being, everything in this world is coupled with fear. Therefore, Indra is not an exception to be fearless. And there's another way of seeing Indra's action is he is doing his duty. In Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna instructed Arjuna, he didn't tell Arjuna that you are Atma, indestructible Atma. The Atma never dies. It cannot be burnt into ashes. It cannot be withered by wind. It cannot be cut into pieces. Therefore, do not fight. This is not Krishna's instruction in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna told Arjuna, do your duty, having this consciousness. So Indra fighting can be perceived in this way as well. Whether he was in this consciousness or not is out of our understanding. But the point is, we can also perceive Indra's action as he is doing his duty to protect himself, to protect his kingdom, and protect his citizen, his people. So 3 ways that we saw Indra's action. Number 1, he is not afraid of death, but he is afraid of his position. That's number 1. Number 2, irrespective of whoever the person is, everyone is fearful of anything and everything, especially about one's own death. Number 3, he was doing this as his duty. Let me add one more question which is not being asked as part of this nice question. The Devatas has Amrita, the nectar that was received by churning the milky ocean. The general understanding about this Amrita is it gives immortality, which means a person can live longer or forever. That's the general understanding that mostly people have, which means Indra can live beyond 100 celestial years. He can live forever, and that is why he is called as Amara. Mara means death. Amara means deathless one who has conquered the death. Then the question is, having obtained Amrita, why he has to be afraid of death? Answer to this question is, no one can ever live forever in the same body. One must leave the body today, tomorrow, or after 10 years, or after 100 years, or after 1000 years, or after 36,000 years, or after thousands of years like Brahma. Everyone must leave the current body. So this Amrita, as per Puranas, says that it gives power and strength. That's all. Not immortality. And Indra is called Amara because compared to us who live here in this Bhu Loka with shorter lifespan, he lives much longer. For that reason, he is Amara, not that he has conquered the death. Everyone who is born must die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Jatyasya hi dhruvo mrityu, dhruvam janma mrityasya cha. This is also said by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter. Unless and until we cultivate bhakti towards Krishna, we cannot avoid coming back into this world. We cannot avoid Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi, birth, death, old age and disease. From Indra's perspective, though he knows that he is going to live longer period, long life, but he doesn't want to end up in a wheelchair for the rest of his life by being defeated by the Asuras. Hope this answers the question. Thank you. Hare Krishna.